1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Maryland Democratic. Oh my.
Live from the ABC 7 Broadcast Center, this is ABC 7 News at 11 on your side.
Here goes. Now he's mouthing. He's walking around. You can tell he's agitated, can't you? And now he's coming through. That's one. There's two. Now he's through.
Amazing.
Wow.
First at 11 tonight, a terrifying day at a news station in Baltimore. A man crashes a truck through the lobby, forcing employees to take off running. And tonight, this man is in custody. The truck is removed, but nerves are rattled.
Now, all of this unfolded at WMAR along the Baltimore City-Baltimore County line. Our Tom Rousey is live outside the station tonight. Tom, how are the employees there coping?
Well, they're still a little bit in shock, Leon, but they're back on the air, and I'm going to show you that. First, we'll show you that some guys have arrived to start cleaning up. As you mentioned, the truck has been towed out of here, so cleaning crews are on site. But look, just beyond those cleaning crews, off to the right, they're doing a live broadcast, WMAR is, from their damaged lobby on what has been an incredibly surreal day here.
It's gone. The lobby's gone.
Tonight, more than 8 hours after it went in, the dump truck was finally towed out of WMAR. Look at the damage it left behind. The 29-year-old suspect, who claimed to be God, rammed the stolen truck into the lobby after a security guard refused to let him in.
Our lives.
Tonight, WMAR covered its own damaged building live.
You didn't think he was going to drive the truck up to the door, huh? We thought he was leaving.
I had no idea what was going on until someone called me.
WMAR IT specialist Nick Hall was in the basement. He didn't hear anything, and he was the only person who didn't evacuate, instead staying on the phone with police.
I was trying to make sure that they knew where I was and show them how to get around the building. They weren't really sure.
WMAR employees say they're used to covering the news, but they're not used to becoming the news.
Do you have any idea why here? We have no idea. We have no idea.
Authorities say the suspect was clearly suffering from emotional or mental health issues. WMAR officials say their security did its job, especially considering this was something they never dreamed could happen.
So when you look at this and having the pillars, you know, we really didn't give a lot of thought to somebody who could actually drive a vehicle up through.
And you see the WMAR employees and anchors right there doing a live report from their damaged lobby right now. By the way, they say they take security seriously here, even practice evacuations. They just practiced one a few months ago and, of course, had to put it into practice today. Live tonight in Towson, Maryland, I'm Tom Rousey, ABC 7 News.
Wow, amazing stuff. Thank you, Tom. Now, we're on storm watch tonight. Lightning, thunder, and even hail move through the area. ABC 7 meteorologist Steve Ruden's been tracking these storms all night. Steve, what's the word right now?
Already better news ahead as we move through the overnight hours. The stronger storms we had earlier this evening now long gone. Take a look outside at this hour. This is what it looked like earlier this evening. You can see the storm clouds rolling in from the west. Fortunately, hardly anything here in the district, but Loudoun County, Fairfax, wind gusts up to 35 to 45 miles per hour, severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see what's going on right now, everything beginning to fizzle out as the atmosphere begins to stabilize. Temperatures still mild for this time of the year, this time of the evening. 73 degrees in Reagan National, 71 in Fredericksburg. Waking up tomorrow morning, look for a little bit of fog. Temperatures upper 50s to middle 60s. We'll talk about the next 7 days coming up in just a few minutes. Alice?
Okay, very good, Steve. Thank you so much. So a critical win tonight for the Washington Wizards. They pulled off a 102-79 win on the road. Sports Director Tim Brand is here. All right, Tim, so what do you think? Is this the momentum they need?
Well, it certainly does help. It keeps them alive. That's the biggest thing. As a matter of fact, this was an elimination game for the Wizards. They didn't back off. They came back to Washington now, or they do, for Game 6 Thursday night at 8 p.m. They outpaced the Pacers, out-rebounded them. Folks, Washington made 41 shots on 21 assists, which simply means they were sharing the basketball and playing as a team. Let's go back to the field house. We'll pick it up in the second quarter. John Wall caused a fifth. He was hitting his shots and dropping dimes. How about the dish to Gortat here? Marcin Gortat with 31 points, 16 rebounds. Huge game. John Wall was terrific all night long. He managed the game, set the tempo, was hitting from the bonus sphere. 3 of 6 beyond New York, 27 points. That shot ended the third. The Whiz Kids beat the Pacers 102-79. So you would think that this would give them some momentum, but what it really does is this brings them now back home for a Game 6, keeps them alive, and then we'll see what happens here at home. They have not played well here in the phone booth.
John Wall had some plays like John Wall.
Exactly, but they all stepped up. Gortat tonight. Sensational.
Great.
Right. All right. Good deal.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Happening now in Fairfax County, a feud brewing over a landfill in Lorton. Neighbors there want it shut down as it's planned to be, but landfill owners want a lengthy extension. Tonight, dozens met to plead their case that the landfill needs to leave the area. Jay Corp is live in Lorton tonight with the word on the landfill there. Jay?
Well, Leon, the people who run the landfill say they have been very good neighbors to the people of Lorton for many years, but some people in Lorton say that sentiment has a time limit.
Lorton has emerged as a place to be in Fairfax County.
Deeply concerned Lorton residents packed a contentious public hearing before the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors Tuesday.
It's not a landfill, it's a land mountain.
They oppose a proposal by Enviro Solutions, the company that runs the landfill in Lorton, to extend the life of the facility. The landfill is slated to close in 2018. Enviro Solutions wants to keep it open through 2034.
It's a unique opportunity.
Spokesperson Conrad Meehan says the company is also willing to invest millions of dollars in improvements.
Our concept is to reuse the landfill and turn it into a green energy park. We think this is the county's best opportunity to demonstrate environmental stewardship.
But opponents say adding that much additional life to the landfill does not work in a community that is growing in terms of housing, shopping, and recreation.
This is not a case of it's not in my backyard. The landfill's here. Our community has grown and matured over the last 30 years that this site has been in operation. We've outgrown this landfill. Stick to the existing agreement.
A decision on this contentious issue by county leaders is expected sometime in June. Reporting live in Fairfax, Jay Corf, ABC 7 News.
All right, thank you, Jay. A man accused of gaining the trust of a community and then betraying it is on trial. Nathaniel Morales is charged with molesting boys during the 1980s. Morales sat in court today as his alleged victims testified about middle-of-the-night encounters with the now 56-year-old man. At the time, Morales was a respected member of Covenant Life Church in Gaithersburg. He's also accused of abusing boys who lived in an apartment complex in Germantown. We spoke with the mother of an alleged victim who says that she was shocked.
His personality did not give any indicators that there was anything other than a happy, charismatic, sincere person. He played the role perfectly.
Morales claims that he struggles from a form of Alzheimer's and has no memories of the 80s. The trial's expected to last all week. Allison?
Well, one day after Donald Sterling defended himself to Anderson Cooper, Magic Johnson says he is blown away by the comments made by the Clippers owner. The NBA legend spoke with CNN's Anderson Cooper tonight, and Johnson says that Sterling should be ashamed, but that he would pray for Sterling and his family. Earlier this week, Sterling attacked Johnson's character and attacked him for being HIV positive.
It's disturbing, it's sad, he didn't do his homework. Tyler Perry called me right after the interview. He was so upset. Spike Lee called me. I mean, look, we help each other, you know, and what we try to do is band together to see how we can better our community.
Also today, some NBA owners discussed the league's plan to terminate Sterling's ownership during a conference call.
Maryland's lieutenant governor called in a heavy hitter to come and help his campaign for Maryland's top job. Just a matter of hours ago, former President Bill Clinton was at the center of a $1 million fundraiser just a month away from the primary in Maryland. Raj Plater live in Potomac tonight. Raj, why is Mr. Clinton supporting Brown over his other Democratic opponents tonight?
Well, Bill Clinton, if you call him anything, he is a loyal Democrat, and most of the state's Democratic leadership is supporting Anthony Brown. The trouble is, even though Brown is ahead in the polls, a lot of voters are still undecided.
It's the Honorable President Bill Clinton.
The former president is arguably still the biggest rock star in the Democratic Party, especially when it comes to raising money. And this night, he is endorsing Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown for Maryland governor at $1 million fundraiser.
I do admire and feel enormous affection for Anthony Brown, and I think he's the best qualified person to be governor.
But the Brown camp may also hope Clinton can generate a little excitement. According to last month's Maryland poll by St. Mary's College, Brown was at 27%, Doug Gansler at 11%, Heather Mazur at 8%. But a startling 54% were undecided, and voters we spoke with had little enthusiasm for the race.
I am not a real fan of either Brown or Gansler.
I really haven't heard very much about Brown. I do know more about Gansler, and I tend to favor Gansler.
I'm a fairly staunch Democrat, but at this point I am still on the fence.
Former President Clinton urged Brown supporters they still have work to do to energize voters.
You join the brigade, time to suit up and serve. Thank you.
Well, they're hoping Mr. Clinton can seal the deal here. We're told by Brown's campaign staff that they expected to get that $1 million at this their biggest fundraiser yet. We're live in Potomac. I'm Ross Plater, ABC 7 News.
Thank you, Ross. A potentially deadly virus extends its reach in the U.S.
And the latest person to test positive and the people at risk tonight.
I'm Chris Van Cleve with this ABC 7 Watchdog investigation. We find Metro employees across our region cheating the system, putting those vests in the dashboard and not filling the meter. That story's coming up.
Tim, did you have pink pants? A bride picture. Oh. 7 is on your side now with a health alert tonight on a potentially deadly virus being tracked here in the U.S. The CDC confirms 2 people tested positive for MERS. Health officials say the latest patient may have exposed up to 20 hospital employees to this illness in Orlando. Those tested are now waiting on the results tonight. Doctors say the man who had symptoms left Saudi Arabia at the end of April. The first man diagnosed in the U.S. nearly 2 weeks ago has now been released from the hospital.
Breaking the rules and cheating the system. ABC 7 caught Metro employees in the act, skipping out on feeding the meters. The ABC 7 watchdog first reported on the problem at the Anacostia station back in February.
Well, since then, you let us know it's happening all across our area. Chris Van Cleef spent weeks investigating and got results.
Why aren't you paying for parking? Gotta get back to work, man.
This Metro employee doesn't have much to say. Moments after our ABC 7 watchdog cameras catch him leaving his car and not paying for parking at the Shady Grove Metro station, a violation of WMATA policy.
I mean, what makes you different than any of the Metro riders? Going back to work, gotta get those questions from Metro's media relations.
He's not the only one breaking the rules to cheat the system. In February, we exposed this lot at the Anacostia station being used almost exclusively by Metro employees who weren't paying to park. The transit police cracked down there, but when we checked parking lots at 23 Metro stations in Maryland, Virginia, and the district, 19 had the telltale signs of WMATA cheaters. Reflective vests on the dash, plenty of placards, a Metro ball cap, even a hard hat, and at each one, an expired meter. In fact, we only found one car with a ticket. At the new Carrollton garage, these cars all have transit police patches or signs on the dash. Not a single one had a valid meter.
Please stop filming my vehicle.
You didn't pay for parking.
I did not.
You're supposed to pay for parking.
Maybe I am.
That's Metro policy. A few minutes later, he moved his car. At Minnesota Avenue, this Metro employee skipped the meters and parked just feet from where buses pick up riders. A Metro vest is on the dash, and it's parked within sight of a transit police cruiser, but the driver didn't get a ticket. Metro Transit Police Deputy Chief Kevin Gaddis.
All employees are required to pay for parking at all our facilities. No one's entitled to free parking. Thanks to your bringing this to our attention, we've actually changed our policy a little bit.
In this internal email sent to all WMATA employees obtained by ABC 7 News, violators are warned if cops spot Metro gear on the dash of an illegally parked car, officers will run the plates, identify the employee, and notify their supervisor for follow-up action that may include discipline as warranted. Chris Van Cleef, ABC 7 News.
Well, folks, your summer vacation just got a little more affordable. Frontier Airlines announced that it's bringing service to Dallas International Airport. Service to 14 different destinations starts in August. And to celebrate, the company's saying that all flights are on sale. So until midnight tonight, you can get a one-way ticket for $15. But to get that deal, you have to fly by November 19th.
What a deal.
How about that?
All right. Well, it is warm around here.
It was hot today.
Hot and humid.
And the hottest day that we've had so far this year, 92 degrees, Reagan National Airport, and we were just 3 degrees off a record high that was set way back in the 1800s. So amazing. 1800? I think it was like 1881. We'll take a look at that. A long time ago. Outside we go right now. The rain has now come to an end. We had a few showers here in the district. Heavier thunderstorms are to the west of D.C. and well to the south. It is now 70 degrees. Dew point levels are dropping. That's why it feels a bit more comfortable out there. There's the high, 92. There's that record, 1881, when it hit 95 degrees. So we were just 3 degrees off from tying that record, a long-time record. 70 this hour at George Washington University after a high of 92 degrees. Looking at Culpeper now at 68. They had an inch of rain earlier this afternoon and evening, and about 0.4 of an inch of rain in Poolesville, now at 66 degrees after a high of 90. Temperatures cooling off nicely, 67 in Martinsburg, at 64 in Winchester, 72 in Culpeper. As we show you the wider view, cold front just off to the west of us, only in the 50s in Chicago. We're talking 47 in Minneapolis. That cold front slowly moves our way during the upcoming week or the next 3 days or so, and by the upcoming weekend, it should clear everything out really nicely. Satellite and radar, there the showers, the thunderstorms that popped up earlier this evening. Looking at the close-in view, you can see how everything beginning to break apart start. Heaviest activity now around Stafford and Fredericksburg, moving toward the east across southern Maryland. The district should remain dry as we move through the overnight hours, but a little bit of patchy fog can't be ruled out come early tomorrow morning. Area of low pressure, this will be our big weather maker toward the end of the week, looking at periods of heavier rain by Thursday night into early Friday morning. As mentioned, once this is out of here, our skies begin to clear, our temperatures fall, and a comfortable weekend ahead if you have outdoor activities planned. 57 to 64 for an overnight low. Look for that patchy fog to develop. We will see a little bit of fog during the early morning hours, and then our skies begin to clear just a little bit. That's only going to add to a little bit more instability to the atmosphere, bringing us a better chance for a few showers and thunderstorms. 77 to 82 degrees for a high. Winds will be out of the east at 5 to 10. Cooler air on Friday with heavy rain during the early morning hours. Lighter rain by midday with clearing by afternoon. The weekend looks cool and comfortable. I'd say 72 is cool.
Very nice.
Below average, 20 degrees colder than today. We were so close to that record. Amazing considering how crazy cool this year has been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All extremes. Okay, thank you so much.
It was cool, right?
Yeah, they weren't below average, I'll tell you that. They were above average. Hey, the Wizards go into the Fieldhouse tonight fighting for the season, down 3-1, and they challenge the #1 seed. John Wall led the attack, and those Wiz kids trying to earn a Game 6 in the phone booth. Highlights coming up next in sports. Go get them, big fella.
It says
They fly Las Vegas.
you can fly to
And now the Toyota Sports Desk, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. The Wizards refuse to go away. They went into Indianapolis trailing 3-1 in the best-of-7 series, and they dominated the Pacers. They out-rebounded Indiana, outran them, outshot them, and won by 23 points on the road. Let's pick it up in the first quarter, looking to set the tempo. Bradley Beal, he'll take this thing right to the hoop, and I mean with authority. This is a little mood setter for the Wiz kids. 23-17 Washington. For me, it was Marcin Gortat who made the difference. He dominated the Pacers' big men. 31 points, 16 rebounds. Missed only 2 shots all night and frustrated Hibbert. John Wall stepped up. The 3-ball tickles the twine here. He ends the third period with his shot, and it's splashed from the get-go. Wall with 27. Wizards win 102-79 and stave off elimination.
Me and my teammates are still humble, even though we won the big game tonight, but there's no way we want to lose Game 6 on our home court and go home from there.
We've just got to now move on. All right, we can't rest on this. We've got to use this as a springboard to going back home for Game 6.
It's going to be huge pressure. Obviously there's going to be a pressure now on them, but, at the same time, I have a feeling like there's going to be a pressure on us because we have to win at home.
Gortat. Hey, so the Wizards now come home for Game 6. Thursday night in the phone booth. Game time has just been set at 8 o'clock. All right, let's go to baseball. The Nationals playing a late game in Arizona, top of the second. Ian Desmond will take this pitch to right field with Wilson Ramos on first. That's trouble from the get-go. Ramos is on his horse. He's chugging around. He will score. Ian Desmond picking him up and putting him down. Desmond in with a triple, 1-0. Nats. Arizona now, though, leads 3-1 in the 7th inning. Let's go to Baltimore Tigers and Orioles, top of the 9th, 1-0 O's, trying to close it out. 2 on for Miguel Cabrera, and he takes this fat ball, and Tommy Hunter can just watch it sail. Deep left center field, back, and gone. A 3-run shot. Victor Martinez followed that with a dinger. Back-to-back, Tigers win 4-1. Let's go to hockey. Rangers and Penguins. After losing 3 straight to the Pens, the Rangers battle all the way back on the power play. Here's the game winner in front, Brad Richards. He lights the lamp, silences the crowd. Start the bus. New York eliminates Pittsburgh 2-1 to earn a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals. And now hear this. ESPN is reporting tonight that Stan Van Gundy has agreed in principle to be the new head coach and president of basketball operations in Detroit. It's a 5-year deal with the Pistons worth $35 million. Wow. So there you have it. It's good working together, huh? Absolutely. Detroit. I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, something else worth a lot. Listen to this. Did divers make a major historical find off the coast of Haiti? What the explorers think they found 15 feet underwater is all? That's next. A mentally ill man drives a truck into the ABC affiliate in Baltimore. That's our top trending story tonight on WJLA.com. Frontier Airlines announces it is adding flights to Dulles, and there's a deal there as well until midnight. And sees forecast, including storms predicted later this week. You can read all those stories right now on WJLA.com.
Yeah, right now let's go to the islands.
Okay.
Did an explorer find the remains of Christopher Columbus's ship, the Santa Maria? Well, that ship hit a reef and sank on Christmas Day in 1492. So the answer may not come overnight, but Barry Clifford says that he found a shipwreck off the northern coast of Haiti, and he thinks this one fits the bill. Clifford and his son first explored the site back in 2003, and they returned last week. The next step is a careful and thorough excavation. And we will keep you posted. That could be a really cool historic find there.
And only 15 feet underwater.
That's amazing. All this time? Stand a little bit of water?
I know.
There you go.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see. All right, final look at the forecast when we come back. Here you go.
All right, final word from you tonight?
All right, storms are now gone, at least for tonight. Temperatures will fall into the 60s. Tomorrow, around 80 degrees. A lot cooler than today. Chance for heavy rain late Thursday into early Friday morning.
Okay, Steve. Thanks so much.
All right, thanks to you for joining us. Jimmy Kimmel on coming up next.
Have a great
See you
day.
tomorrow. Right. Gotcha. And hello again, everybody. The Wizards refused to go away. They went into Indianapolis trailing 3-1 in the best-of-7 series and dominated the Pacers, out-rebounded Indiana, outran them, outshot them, and won by 23 on the road, picking up in the first quarter. Looking to set the tempo. Bradley Beal to the hoop with authority. Look at this. With speed, the Wizards were running all night. Beal takes it in. The Wiz Kids, 23-17 Washington at that point. For me, it was Marcin Gortat who made the difference. He dominated the Pacers' big men. 31 points, 16 rebounds, missed only 2 shots all night, and frustrated Hibbert. John Wall stepped up last night. The 3 ball.
tickled the twine. He ends the third period with this shot. Splash. Wall with 27. How about that? The Wizards win 102-79 and stave off elimination.
Me and my teammates are still humble, even though we won the big game tonight, but there's no way we want to lose Game 6 in our home court and go home from there.
We've just got to now move on. All right, we can't rest on this. We've got to use this as a springboard to going back home for Game 6.
It's going to be huge pressure. Obviously there's going to be a pressure now on them, but, at the same time I have a feeling like there's going to be a pressure on us because we have to win at home.
So you heard it. The Wizards now come home for Game 6. Thursday night in the phone booth. Game time, 8 o'clock. There's a look at sports. Have a great day, everybody.